discussion today is reviewing the total cost of ownership as a decision-making strategy. This should be an ongoing process and is relevant throughout the sensor selection, implementation, and maintenance. An appropriate TCO strategy can make or break a project, so let's take some time here to review some items to look for when browsing sensors. As a decision-making strategy, total cost of ownership can be used for new or existing intrusion detection systems, and it's useful towards selection of an optimal PID solution. TCO analysis has many benefits. It lets you identify the appropriate solution and technologies for your site. It helps ensure effective integration of the various systems that make up your intrusion detection plan and accommodate future needs. It achieves operating efficiencies and assures that ongoing service and maintenance costs are minimized. Finally, it lets you achieve a measurable return on investment, quantifying your cost savings benefits across the system life cycle. Acquisition costs, installation costs, operating costs, and costs to make system changes in the future are all key financial considerations during the various stages of life cycle of your system. System reliability, ease of use, and flexibility are critical for long-term operation and provide the best overall value. System design is a continuous process that involves looking at what it will take and what it will cost to select a system that meets your unique site needs. You'll want to consider the complete life cycle of the detection system and weigh its overall value versus overall cost. We want to help make you aware of these costs so that you will be empowered to choose a solution that helps you avoid certain unnecessary expenses, meets your security goals, and ensures that your investment dollars are best spent. Let's talk about the range of costs associated with intrusion detection system acquisition. First, there may be the costs associated with preparing a risk analysis. This is the expense incurred to determine what the user is trying to protect and why. Then there are the costs associated with system identification. This involves evaluating system features and costs for various available technologies as they relate to the site needs. To ensure the user gets the system they've identified as the best fit, there can be a cost to prepare a specification by an A&E professional. There also may be costs relating to development of an integration of the PID system with other technologies like CCTV or access control. Of course, there are costs for the system hardware and software, including both equipment and activating licenses. And some of the most overlooked costs are those associated with training the system integrator or site security personnel. Reviewing all of these acquisition costs can sound a bit overwhelming, but there are steps you can take to minimize them. Partner with a provider that offers no-cost risk analysis, site surveys, and system designs. Look for intelligent software-driven detection solutions that minimize hardware costs. Choose a system with high integration capability. And partner with a certified integrator. So let's take a moment to talk about costs associated with systems installation. There may be a cost to introduce or enhance fencing or other physical barriers on the perimeter. If the site or ground preparation are required, there will be a cost for the civil work. There will be a cost to introduce or upgrade power and data communication lines. There will be a cost for integration, interconnect, and configure various hardware elements. Once deployed, there may be a cost for factory acceptance or commission of the installation. And last, there may be a cost associated with training end-user system operators. So what can you do to minimize system installation costs? Choose intelligent solutions with software-based programming, calibration, and flexible zone assignment. Less hardware lowers cost of deployment. Choose a system that simplifies civil work and wiring requirements. Use certified integrators to ensure accuracy. An installation done right the first time always saves time and money. The costs associated with operating a detection system are some of the least obvious costs, yet these can be the highest if you're not strategic in your system's choice. There will typically be costs for alarm monitoring. These are fees for internal system operators or external central station monitoring services. The more prone your system is to nuisance alarms, the higher your costs for incident response will be. There can be significant time and cost to troubleshoot a system fault, as well as the cost to repair and the malfunction. Systems that require frequent adjustment, calibration, or component modifications will have high maintenance costs. And don't forget that frequent employee turnover may result in ongoing costs for training operators as well as service technicians. The strategic options you make when selecting a system will directly affect your ability to minimize operational costs. Invest in an intelligent detection system that can pinpoint the location of an alarm with high accuracy to speed incident response and reduce troubleshooting time. Choose a system with industry-leading nuisance alarm reduction capabilities to limit necessary response action. Specify a technology that needs little ongoing maintenance or adjustment. And finally, select a vendor that offers comprehensive technical training at no cost. It is inevitable that your site will evolve over time, resulting in the need to modify perimeter system configuration to accommodate changes in zone count or system expansion, which can result in high change costs if not planned strategically. If these changes require an integration of new equipment, costs will rise if networking is difficult, communications are incompatible, or a high-level interface to the existing equipment is not available. Programming takes time and technicians need training. Think about the labor and skill required to successfully implement system changes. To minimize costs associated with making changes to your system, choose intelligent sensors that feature software-based setup and zoning, which will vastly simplify system reconfiguration or hardware additions. Ensure that your perimeter system equipment communicates on a single platform and easily integrates with other technologies to keep your training costs low and simplify implementation. As we've shown, PID system cost reflects more than just initial equipment purchase and repair costs. Don't forget to consider the many hidden costs that can arise at every stage of system lifecycle. The tools we have provided you today will help to identify cost-effective planning and implementation strategies for keeping the total cost of ownership within acceptable limits, as well as maximizing your return on investment.